Hey guys, it's Tanya. So today we're going to continue on making what we started in the last video, right? So we have these two to decorate and figure out what we're going to put on there. You guys know I am using parts of Genevieve Designs Simply Magical Template and her enhancement pack. I am also using my latest digital Indigo Notes. I'm using the add-on kit and the regular kit. I am also using two kits from Raindrop Lila. These are frame Beauties, and she has the reflections aesthetic photos, right? So don't forget that we're using those. I will have everything listed below so you guys can check it out. I am running a sale in my Etsy for 25% off. I think the sale goes until November 14th. So just in case you see something and you want to pick it up. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So when I left off, we had already did this part. We had already assembled everything, right? But I didn't show you what I did, like the inserts. Okay. So with the inserts, I kept them really simple. I just used some of the ephemera from the digital kit, right? So, I mean, they're pretty images, so you don't have to do anything to them, just ink them up, put some string in there, so I love that, so you don't have to do so much. And then I used these two aesthetic photos from Raindrop Lila, and you see how, like, when you use the Dollar Tree photo paper, it kind of just looks really rugged, and it's not a very good quality photo paper, and that's okay. I love how it looks. It's supposed to look vintage, right? So we did that, and then, oh guys, let me put that in there, right? Hold on just a second. Okay, and then with this one, I also added one of the ephemera cards, the journaling cards. So we used this one and this one, right? Cut it down, or I cut it out and just sewed around it. And then I used this set of templates from Genevieve Designs. This is her, hold on guys, I wrote it down. It is the Basically Amazing Vintage Envelopes Set 3, okay? So that's what these are. So I just printed it on this color paper and cut it out. So this is what we have. So I just stacked them together like this. I paper clipped them and then did it like that, because I've learned when you layer things, it just makes for a more beautiful journal. So I tend to try to layer things, when I'm adding the inserts and things like that. I tend to try to layer them, and then so it can look nice, right? Okay, anyway, okay guys, so I was thinking about this right here, right? And so what I decided to do was I decided to take this sheet right here, right? And we're gonna just fit it in there like this. Now I might have to take some of this bulk out, just so that this can lay a little bit flatter while I'm doing it, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put this right right side up. We're gonna put this right here like this. Okay, I'm gonna sew it. I have another piece. This right here is just this piece. Now the reason why I'm using it again is because I had this piece left over and I didn't want to print out or cut up another sheet. So we are using this, right? And this is going to be right here. So I was thinking about making it a pocket right here. But I don't know. I kind of think it should be a belly band. And remember, we want to keep this kind of flat because this gusset right here is really small. Okay. So I cut a little, I don't know if you guys can see that. I cut a little slit in it right there, because I'm gonna put a paper clip in there, right, like I always do. I like doing that. I learned this from Genevieve a long time ago. She was doing it in one of her videos, but I like doing that because you can put something there and you don't have to use a magnet. Magnets are great but sometimes they can be a little tricky, you know. And if you don't feel like being bothered with it, you know, just use a paper clip like I do. Okay, so I'm going to sew around there like that. I'm going to sew this on, right? So you know when you sew it, it's going to be a snug fit, right? So if you wanted a belly band that was a looser fit, add a, guys, add a hinge, okay? And then if you add a hinge, then you can fit something bulkier in there if you wanted to, okay? But remember, if you're going to put something bulky in here, remember to lessen the bulk on this side or make your gusset bigger, okay? Okay, with that being said, I made a journaling card just out of one of the pages, and I'm going to put that right here, right? Like that. And then I used, hold on guys, I printed everything out so you guys can see. I used this from the Simply Magical Enhancement Pack. So this is a page of envelopes, right? So I used this envelope and traced out, and I traced on this sheet. Hold on. Let me find out. Let me find the sheet. Hey guys, so I traced this out right there, okay? And the reason why I did that, because I kind of wanted it to have the more plain text, right? I sewed around everything. I haven't glued it yet. I sewed everything because you're going to be able to take this off. So it's going to go right here, and that is going to be this layout, right? So I'm going to sew everything, and I'm going to assemble it, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I added a wax seal. It doesn't really match, but then it kind of does. I mean, it kind of matches with some of the paper. You know, I tried to get it as close as I could. Now, so the Tanya in me wants to add a tag. Like, I want to add like a little strip right here and put some tags in there. But I know, like, look, it's already really, really bulky. So I'm probably not going to add anything. I might, y'all. But for the most part, I don't think I'm going to add anything else. If I was thinking, I would have made the gusset bigger. But, you know, I don't really, I just create and I think afterwards. And I'm like, oh, I should have did that. But anyway. Okay, let's move on to this because we do have a whole nother thing to do. Okay, so this right here, I just cut it from this page, right? See? Cut it and sewed around it. That is going to go here, right? I'm going to put that one right there. Now, this is the part where I wanted to do something different, but I had to readjust it, okay? So these right here is this from the add-on kit, right? All I did was I cut it out, and then I just folded it over. I didn't use my scoreboard or anything like that. I just folded it over, and I cut it in 2 pieces. Of course, I printed something on the back, right? So it can be like this, right? Now, I know a lot of people are probably like, Tiny, why did you do that? You could have just folded it over and had it on this side. I just think it looks better on this side. And then we have so much bulk on this side already, you know? So I'm trying to lessen the bulk, guys. That's what I'm trying to do, okay? So I printed out 2, and I sewed around and cut them both out, right? So they match up like this. Okay, so the idea is, so what I was going to originally do was I was going to fold them. You know how you fold it like this, like envelopes, and then you have another piece and it makes that little pocket thing. So that's what I was going to do, but then I got to thinking, why do that when I could just cut it in half and then just add a hinge to it? So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to add a hinge to this one right here, like this, and then we're going to add a hinge to this one, right? And then they are going to be kind of one is going to be taller, then one's going to be shorter. So these are just going to be pockets, right, that you can put something in like that. Okay, so with the hinge thing, I'm really ticky about that. Now I know most people probably would just like fold it over and then added the hinge so you can see the hinge. Yeah, I don't like doing that. But that's just me. So what we're going to do is we are going to, so this is the front, we're going to add the hinge like this. So we're going to add the colored side like this. And we're going to glue it. And then we're going to add the masking tape where you can see it, right? So it matches this. I know, I hope I'm making sense. You guys will see, okay? Because I know I'm probably not making sense, but I think when I add hinges and things like that, when you can see the hinge, I just don't like it, but that's just me. You know, everybody has their own style and their own way of doing things. My way is not the correct way. My way is just the Tanya way. You know, it just, I don't know. It gives me anxiety, I guess, when I see it. I'm like, ugh. You know, but that's just my way. You know, when I see it in my journals, to me, sometimes I'm like, Tanya, you could have did that better. You know, but that's just me. You know, everybody is different. I try to make them as neat as possible. So, okay. So then you're like, well, Tanya, what are you going to do with that? We're going to cover this part with the masking tape before we actually like put in our gussets and things like that. And sometimes like the masking tape is not really sticky. This masking tape is not really sticky. I got it from the Dollar Tree, so it's not really sticky. So I'm going to add some glue onto it. But if you got real sticky masking tape, then you don't need to do this step. You know, and what I probably should have done, y'all, was I probably should have inked this page up before I did this, but I did not. So make a note for you guys to ink the page up before you do this. Like, I mean, with your distress ink. Or print, or you can use, you don't have to print anything. You can use tan cardstock. I just don't have any. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. So this is how it's going to look. Let me ink that part up because that's going to bug the mess out of me. Like this, right? I could have inked that up a little bit better when I put the ink on there, but it'd be okay. Alright, so that's that. Then it's going to go, not that one. This one is going to go right here. Like this. Okay, now, this is where you can add another hinge, like another leaf in here to so that you can add more, you know, or so anything can slip in there easily. Guys, I really don't think that I'm gonna put anything really massive in there, so I'm just not gonna put a leaf in there. Then you know what, I'll come back and be like, you know what, I should have put a leaf in there. I know I should have did that. Somebody asked me, quite a few people asked me, you know, what Genevieve Designs template should you purchase because she has so many, which is great because you have so many options. But if you are new to her, you know, it could be a little bit overwhelming. Okay, if you're looking for something in size, well, we're going to go by size instead of what's in there. Okay, so the smaller size would be the Simply Magical. That is her newest template. Now, she does have new things, but her newest template is, okay, see, let's make this look better. Okay, so we have a pocket right there. I'm going to ink that up too, okay? So that is the first one. So we know one is going to go, before I forget what I'm saying, one is going to go on the outside like this, okay? The other one is going to go on the inside, and that will be covered up by this, okay? So whichever one you have on the outside, make sure that you have, like, if you're not using the masking tape idea and you're using fabric, just make sure that your fabric matches with the one that inside. If you're using washi tape, same thing. You know, you just want it to be cohesive. I mean, I know you guys already know this, and I'm probably just, you know, saying something like you already know, and you're probably like, Tanya, we already know that. And so I'm just telling you guys, okay? What was I saying? Oh, about Genevieve Designs. Okay, so if you are new to Genevieve, the best template, well, all her templates are good, but if you're new and you don't want something really big and you want to get your feet wet, I would start with her newest template, which is Simply Magical. Okay, that one is pretty small. It doesn't have a lot of pages. It is easy to work out. That's why I'm using it right now. It's easy to work with. It is the perfect size. I think it's like I want to say it's like 6x8. I want to say like that. So like it's a 6x8 size. It might be a little bit bigger than that, but for the most part, that's the type of size the pages are. With the cover, it might be definitely a little bit bigger than that. Okay, so that one would be a good one to start off with. Now, if you want something that is big, like 10, like a 7x10 or something like that, then you go with the Basically Amazing. Okay, which I love the Basically Amazing because you get to what am I trying to say, y'all? Wait a minute, guys, hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right, because sometimes when I'm talking and we're recording, I'm doing things totally wrong, and then I'm like, oh dang it, I did that wrong. Okay, don't want to go that goes like this, because this is gonna go, yes, and we're gonna see this. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the Basically Amazing is a big template, right? And I love it. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Now, if you're looking for something like more of a scrapbooky size in a printable template, then the Basically Amazing is definitely for you. Now, remember with the Basically Amazing or any of her templates, anybody's templates, you know, if you have a decent printer that you can shrink the size, you can always shrink the size of her template. Like, so let's say if you're printing the Basically Amazing out at 100%, right? And you said, well, I like this, but I want to print it out a little bit smaller. Print it out at 85%. But just remember, all the pages that you print out have to be printed out at 85%. And then it will give you a different size, you know. So just FYI. But personally, if I was going to start off with, and I said all that to say this, if I was going to start off with Genevieve Designs right now, with the templates that she has right now, I would go with the Simply Magical. That is a template that I would purchase first. And then, because if you're new to her system and how her things work, that would be the easiest one for you to learn. Okay, and she does do sales, guys. So like if you're saying, well, I want multiple ones, then just wait for a sale and then you can get multiple ones. So I'm gonna tell you the ones that I absolutely use all the time. I use the Basically Amazing all the time, because I make big books sometimes, you know. And then I use the what is that I use? What else I use? Oh, the Simply Magical. I will use the Simply Magical one too, because it is the right size, and I like the envelopes that are in there. Let's see, I did that right. I think I did that wrong. I think I did that wrong. Did I do that right? I don't know. Yes, I did it right. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm making that a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Right? All right. This right here. I probably should have inked the inside up a little bit better. I'll just go back and do it. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll put this right here. Okay. I'm going to let this dry. This is going to be the one that goes in the inside, so the gusset is not going to be as big. So I'm going to let this dry really quickly. And then we're going to do this one. Okay, so I know I only have a little bit of space, right? So we're just going to guess at it. And I'm not going to measure it. And I know I probably should measure, but I'm not, because that's just me. I'm just going to add some score marks anywhere I want to, just so that it can, we're going to add about 3 score marks, right? Alright, that's cool. That's a good size. What do you guys think? I don't know. Here, let me get a ruler so I can tell y'all what I made that. fourth. Okay, so this one is a fourth. So we are going to put that one right here, like so. Let me ink this up a little bit. Because, you know, when you print out, sometimes when you print out borderless, it prints, the border part is a little bit, light. I find that is a little bit light on some of the pages. We're gonna do this, right? Ink that all the way up. Okay, guys, I got off a little bit. You see that? Oh, I hate that. Did I miss that? Okay, good. I'll just ink that right up like that. We're gonna add some wet glue. I guess I could have used square tape, but we'll just use glue. Right? Okay. All right. Come on, Tanya. Okay. Cool beans. Right. Alright, so that is that. Now, I know you're like, well, Tanya, I can still see the white. I'll fix it. I'll show you guys. I'll fix it. No big deal. Okay, so that is that part. Then we're going to need this part, right? So we're going to put this one in the inside. So that one's on the outside. And we're going to put this one in the inside. And that's about a fourth too, but I'm gonna fold it so it'll be smaller than a fourth, okay? Uh-oh, got some glue right here. Yeah, glue eraser. Let me get that glue off of there. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's gonna go right here. I'm gonna put it all the way at the tip of the page like this, right? Yes. Okay, and in my mind this is exactly what I wanted, but we will see, you know, when I put it all together. Then it's not, I'm like, dang, but you know, so it should work. Okay, all right, let's see. Yep, see, haha, see, didn't it look so nice and neat, right? I know, even though I put that paper upside down, but you won't be able to tell. I'm always putting paper upside down. Like this. Got all that nasty glue, right? Right. Oh, guys, it worked out so perfect. I know it's a simple add-in, but it still looks nice, right? Look at that. Now, what you can do, if you want to be extra, you can always put a pocket on these, right? I am not going to do that because I feel like it's going to be too bulky, right? So that is going to go right here. And now look, see, doesn't that just look so nice and neat, right? Like, so you gotta have this and this, right? So right here we have landscape for right here, guys. So as I was saying, I cut these both out, right? And I cut them out jaggedy, right? And I got them like this. I sewed around them. I was gonna put them in here like this, and I was gonna put a paper clip in there, and we're just going to use it like that as floating pockets. But you know what I think I want to do before I do that is I think I'm going to take another piece. I'm going to take this, and we're going to just we're going to make two pockets, right? Okay, guys, so in order to make the pocket, what we're going to do is we are just going to mark right here, and I know you can't see that because it's dark, but we're just going to mark up against the line, not all the way, right? And then I'm going to just measure my paper, right? So I'm going to cut my paper down really quick. Okay, so my paper is the exact same size, right? And I fold it in half like this, right? And then I'm going to cut this piece off. That way I don't have to figure out measurements and things like that, right? Okay. Got 2 pieces. Uh-oh. I'll cut that all the way off. Alright. It's okay. Alright, so now that I have that, we're going to score. Guys, I always use my grungy scoreboard. I should probably really use my good scoreboard while I'm on camera, but this is my work scoreboard. That's why it looks like this. Okay, see? Now we have the perfect pocket. I'm going to cut that faded piece off because I don't like it. So we're just going to do this one like this. Let's measure it up a little bit better, right? There we go. And there we go. Okay. Y'all, I can't even see where I did that. I have my glasses on and I can't see that. That's so dark. Hold on. I see that one. Okay, it's right there. Alright. Right. And then this one. Alright. Perfect. Okay, perfect pockets. Now let's see if they fit. Now I might have to cut them down a little bit because I don't want them. Okay, they're gonna fit. They look good. I'm gonna cut them down just a little bit. Okay. All right, y'all. So this is how it's gonna look, right? So all I did was fold it over. I inked the oh guys, I inked the wrong side. Anyway, I just mitered the corners a little bit. I will ink that up so you won't see that white. It won't be so white. Did I do? Yeah, I did the right one on this one. Okay, so we're gonna have it like this, and then I'm gonna take my craft knife and my ruler, and I'm going to make a little slit on these sides right here so that we can fit the floating pockets in there like that. And then you have something right there, something right here, and then another floating pocket, right? I'm going to did I say I'm going to sew around those? I am going to sew around these. I will make the inserts and everything, and I'll show you guys what this looks like when I come back. Okay guys, so let's talk about what we did. Okay, so I made journaling cards, right? And I just used part of the paper, and I used my tab punch and just made a journaling card. Now what I could have probably done is I could have probably put an eyelet here, put some ribbon in there if I wanted to, but I didn't. So this slides into this slides in there like this, right? And then we have this one, same type of deal, just a different pattern paper. I just took one of the pattern papers and used it. And then so in this side, let's see what we got here, okay? It's got a lot of things here. Okay, so I put the paper clip right here, right? And then I sewed these. So they're like little pockets that you can put something together. I sewed both sides so that it'll look nice and tidy. Then we have in here, we have just one of the postcards, the ephemera from the kit, right? And then I just used one of the journaling cards and just used it as a tag. Okay, so we are done with this, right? So y'all, I low-key forgot that we had this, right? And I told y'all don't forget, but I forgot. But it should be okay. It's not that stuff. So what I was thinking, but I'm going to do this in another video, but I'm just going to tell you guys what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to do same on this side, different, same, different. So we'll have something kind of flat. I think it's going to be side pocket, top pocket, side pocket, top pocket. Like that. I think that's what we're going to do. But I will come back and show you guys exactly what I'm going to do and what and how we're going to put it together. Haven't quite figured that out yet. And then hopefully we can start working on the other part, and then we'll be onto the cover. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you want to. I really enjoy reading your comments, and guys, I really appreciate everyone who has purchased my digital collection, all your kind words about it, everyone who has took the time to leave a comment. I appreciate you so much. So God bless, guys. Bye.